Ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing our live updates on a critical international development involving Iran and its ongoing conflict with Israel. United States Vice President J.D. Vance has been at the forefront of defending a memorandum of understanding that aims to end the U.S.-Israeli war with Iran. This statement comes in stark contrast to criticism from members of both the Democratic and Republican parties, who have questioned the validity of the deal. The key facts are as follows. On Thursday, following the signing of the memorandum by U.S. President Donald Trump and Iranian President Hassan Rouhani, Vice President Vance issued a pointed warning towards Israel. This was part of a broader defense of Trump's Iran deal, which is set to open the Strait of Hormuz, lift naval blockades on Iranian ports, and pledge to end all fighting fronts, including in Lebanon. Vance's most direct criticism came when he addressed Israeli officials directly. He singled out far-right ministers Bezalel, Smotrich and Itamar Ben-Gvir for their criticism of the deal. And I guess my response to them would be, what is your exact proposal? You're a country of 9 million people, Vance said, emphasizing Israel's ability to find peaceful solutions without resorting to war. He called on Israeli leaders to participate in negotiations and not alienate their strongest ally. This statement follows previous criticisms from the Trump administration towards Israel over its aggressive tactics in Lebanon, including high civilian casualties resulting from its rules of engagement. Vice President Vance echoed these sentiments, stating that too many people have been killed and urging restraint in military operations. The memorandum also includes immediate sanctions waivers for Iran's fossil fuel industry, commitments to create a $300 billion reconstruction fund, and pledges to unfreeze Iranian assets. These provisions are part of the broader effort to de-escalate tensions with Iran. Vice President Vance's defense of the deal is not without its critics. Several top Democrats and some Republicans have argued that the initial agreement does little more than acknowledge existing realities and fails to offer significant concessions from Tehran. However, Vice President Vance maintains that despite unresolved issues, the Trump administration believes it has created favorable conditions for a lasting resolution. He frames the war as a victory for the United States and President Trump regardless of whether negotiations with Iran succeed or fail. If Iran does not change its behavior, he says their military and nuclear programs remain destroyed, but if they do change, there will be transformative relations in both the Middle East and among the Iranian people themselves. This live update continues as we await further developments from the ongoing negotiations between the U.S., Israel and Iran. The situation remains volatile with significant geopolitical implications for all parties involved. Stay tuned for more updates on this critical front of international diplomacy.